That's right, I'm going to show you how to make coffee in 90 seconds. I'm going to show you how, give you all the details that you'll need, and at the very end, I'm going to show you and prove it to you in one shot. Jamie Oliver here. Demetrios Levi here. And now, I don't care if it's morning, noon, or night where you are, there's no better time for coffee, at least in this household. And I'm going to I enjoy my coffee, but the faster it's brewed, the better. Now granted, this isn't a normal sized cup of coffee, at least not normal in the American sense, because yes, Americans, those are huge cups of coffee you have. That's not normal, that's not what the rest of the world does, you American fat. Now you don't want this coffee large, you want it small, because this is small and strong. It is not for the faint of heart. Some of you may love it, some of you may not, but regardless if you've tried it or not, give it a try, because today we're making Greek coffee, or Turkish coffee as it's known to most people. Okay, now I don't want to start another Balkan wars in the comment section. It's Greek coffee, it's Turkish coffee. In each country they make it slightly differently, so you give it the name. In Turkey, it's Turkish coffee. In Serbia, it's Serbian coffee. Bosnia, Bosnian coffee. Lebanon, Lebanese coffee. Greece, Greek coffee. Now granted, most people do call it Turkish coffee. Even the Greeks did, so scash it, until the Turkish invasion of Cyprus. But it's in the past, it's all said and done, and we're all good friends, so it doesn't matter. Pirandonisimas, lipon, pirameto kafetos.
Would you translate that?
No, and you can fuck off, cameraman. Are you recording?
It's rolling.
Oh, right. So, here, whatever type of coffee you're making, Serbian, Lebanese, Greek, Turkish, one thing they have in common is this. Now this is extremely finely ground, and that's what they all have in common. Now this is Bosnian. It's not as good as the Greek, I might be biased, but it's lighter in colour.
You're getting a little bit prejudiced, are you?
No, shut up. No, of course not. Why would you assume that? Why would you assume that?
Well, you said that.
Why would you assume that?
Well, you said it wasn't as good.
Shut up, you're the cameraman, you're not supposed to talk. Anyway, now normally they're very, very dark, and you want it dark. The Bosnian is light, probably because it sucks. Anyway,
Is that prejudice again?
I'll fire you after this. Some of them have cardamom in it, like the Lebanese kind. That's one of my absolute favourites. And the Greek one, you'll know it when you see it. It's called Lumidis, and it's got a nice parrot on it. That's when you know you found the right coffee.
What do parrots have to do with Greece?
Nothing. Another thing you're going to need is this thing. It's called a briki. And this is just a normal cup that you're going to put the coffee in. That's the only special thing that you need, and you should have these lying around the house. Now, the traditional ones are made of bronze, and they have certain sizes for a certain cup of coffee, because they claim that the foam is better when it's smaller and you're only making one. I don't go by that. I'm going by the common man, the average Joe, who doesn't have all this. So all those Greeks out there, or Turks, or whoever you are, don't get mad at me because I don't have the traditional means to make it. We're just going to make it like every other man can.
Getting a little bit heated there.
No, I'm not. I'm just passionate. This is what it means. It's passion. It's passion.
If that's what you want to call it.
I love it.
If that's what you want to call it.
I do. Now, normally, you want this on an open flame, and I don't. I'm using an electric stove because that's all I have. Now, I know with the Greeks, this is another thing of blasphemy, and even if they don't have a gas stove, they will buy a single propane gas thing to make their coffee if they don't have one. But like I said, I'm the average Joe. Everyone watching is going to be the average Joe, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, and it's fine. I'm going to do this for now. So, normally, if it's on a gas stove, you want it on medium or medium low. On electric, you want it on high. Now, for each cup of coffee you're making, you want the exact amount of water, and we're going to use one of these. This is called a Demetrios, or tatsina, or flitzanaki, whatever you want to call it. This is called in French Demetrios half cup. This is what you traditionally drink this kind of coffee with. This is all you need. Unless, like in Greece, you have a double, but that's fine. This is perfect. 2-3 ounces, I don't know, I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, you can barely call yourself a barista either.
You're not supposed to talk, twat. So, we're going to use this as our measuring cup. Fill it up with water. put it into our breaky. Now for our coffee, 1 cup of coffee, we use 1 heaping teaspoon of coffee grinds, like I said. So, like that. Just gonna pour. Now, there are 4 ways to drink this. One of them is called sketos, or unsweetened. So 1 heaping tablespoon of coffee, no sugar. Then there is Demetrios, which is semi-sweet. 1 heaping teaspoon of coffee and 1 clean flat teaspoon of sugar. Then there is Grikos, or sweet. 1 heaping teaspoon of coffee and 2 teaspoons flat of sugar. Then there is Vari Grikos, or very sweet, which is 2 heaping teaspoons of coffee and 3 even flat teaspoons of sugar. Now, I personally love my coffee like I love my people. Pure and clean, undefiled. So, black with no sugar. That's how I drink it. But because this coffee is very, very strong, I like a little bit of sugar. So I find Demetrios, or semi-sweet, to be the very best for everyone, most of the time. But feel free to experiment yourself, but that is what I'm going to do. 1 heaping teaspoon of coffee and 1 flat, even teaspoon of sugar. So, we're just going to take 1 flat teaspoon of coffee. Of sugar.
Of cuff.
Of cuff. Cuff? What the hell is cuff?
That's what you said, isn't it?
No.
It's what you said and that's what I heard.
It's like coffee. Yeah? Is that what you're trying to be?
Just
like
start
I'm Trump?
Just start over, do it again.
Fine. You want me to start? Here, I'm done. It's clean.
It's f***ing wrong.
Some chef you are. Bossing me around my own kitchen. So just like that, 1 flat teaspoon of sugar. We're going to pour it in and then just quickly stir, not too much. All we want to do is take those clumps of coffee out and we're done. With the prep, that is.
I thought you said this is only supposed to take 60 seconds.
Hey, shut it. It's 90 for your information, and that's boiling the coffee, which is what I'm getting to now. Now, this is the most important part. We're going to wait for the coffee to boil, but if you're making 1 cup of coffee, it only takes 90 seconds. Now, you do not want to leave this coffee because it only takes 90 seconds. Why would you leave for 90 seconds? And on top of that, this is the most important part, because the coffee will start to rise, and if you get this wrong, you ruin the entire cup of coffee. So some people will tell you to let it rise all the way to the top of the breaky and then you take it off the heat, but you do not want to do that unless you have a perfectly copper traditional breaky that's small and meant for 1 cup. Then yes, you let it rise to the top, but like I said, I'm here for the average Joe, so this is what we're going to use. We're not going to let it rise to the top, because if you do, the coffee will be bitter, and it won't have foam, or kaimaki in Greek, and that is in Greece good luck. And why wouldn't it be if you have more kaimaki, more foam? Because it tastes better, it's sweeter, it's more aesthetically pleasing, and it means that you've made the perfect cup of coffee. Now, there are some people who tell you to let it rise to the top, let it off the heat and let it rise, and do that 3 times like Peter denied Christ. We are not going to do that. That's called Greeki vrastro. I don't know that much Greek. It is not what we are making. And you know what? It tastes awful. When I try that, it always comes out bitter. It comes out terrible. So I don't even know why that's in a book. I don't know why anyone makes that. I don't know why anyone would do that, but that's the case.
So we're going to let it rise and fall 3 times.
Did Christ say to Peter, deny me 3 times? No, he said he would. It didn't say that he wanted to. We don't want that either. If you're actually paying attention, Gordon, you would know that. So yes, you do not want it to rise too much or else the coffee is bitter. But if you don't let it rise enough, you have another problem. It might taste right, but the coffee grinds will not fall to the bottom and they'll float around in your coffee and get in your mouth and in between your teeth, and that's disgusting. Nobody wants that in their coffee. You want the mud, the coffee grinds, to go to the bottom where they'll collect at the bottom of your cup like mud, where you can tell fortunes. That's what the old traditional Greeks do. I don't know, I've never told fortunes with f***ing mud in a cup of coffee. Who does that? No one does, not in fantasy and not in real life. So, you want it to be perfect. And here's how you know the timing is right. So I found the trick is right when the foam starts to churn around and round and start to boil, the very moment you hear it hiss, watch. Listen, it's starting. And the moment it starts, we take it off the heat. And then we put it slowly. And we have lovely kaimaki. It's not the best foam, but what can you expect from Bosnian coffee?
A little bit of prejudice, don't you think?
What?
You're talking about Bosnians saying that Bosnians can't make good coffee?
No, that's not what I'm saying. The Greek one is better. No, it's not. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't taste as good. Now, I said it. It doesn't taste as good. I don't think so. It doesn't make good foam.
All right, well, at least you're honest. I can appreciate that, but make a good bloody cup of coffee.
That's what I did. It's the coffee. It's not me.
You get out of my
This is my kitchen. You go back to your kitchen. This is your last time filming with me. And you know what we can do? We don't even have to show this. I can just show a shot of when I actually made a good cup of coffee. How about that? Is that better for you?
Yeah, that's all you want to do. Then do it, you be a man of your
and don't you say that word to me. Don't call me a
We'll try to be more your speed.
Yes, I actually appreciate that. Now, you want to drink the coffee or not? Sit down, we'll have a drink.
I don't think I'm having coffee.
We'll just cut this out. This is inappropriate. Now, if you have another cup of coffee for someone, when you pour it, you pour a little bit in one and a little bit of the other, so you actually share your foam. Sharing is caring, it can be fun. And now, cleanup is the easiest, because as you're done, you can put all this away, and then when you clean the breaky, it's simple. All you do, fill it with water. You don't need any soap, just spin it around. And you're done. And you put it away. It's that simple. So, now, I'm going to make a cup of Greek coffee from the absolute start with nothing prepared beforehand to the absolute finish with everything clean and a cup of coffee in my hand ready to go in less than the song, my favourite song from The American Office. One of the few good things about that show. Take Me by the Hand.
You've got shit tasting music, I'll tell you what. You have shit tasting coffee. Go on then. Go on.
Do you want to do this?
I'm
going to poison your coffee. I'm going to poison your coffee. So this should take less than 3 minutes total.
Shit, singing.
Come on. My music. Let me enjoy my music I am hearing.
Put some ass on you. Wouldn't even be able to make it on a handicap.
You know how much I'm going to have to bleep out if you keep swearing like that.
I'm bloody well done 10, that's alright.
Yeah, man.
You're some sorry excuse for a man, I'll tell you that. Oh, it's coffee alright, I'll tell you that.
Hey, can you please? I'm trying to make a cup
You're not
of
trying
coffee.
very hard, are you?
Everything alright.
This f***ing wrong.
Wrong. It is wrong. Oh shit. I like a fine wine.
Drown my sorrows by drinking some wine. This shit.
I can't hear you. I'm enjoying my music. Gordon. Yeah. No. You made everything alright.
Look at the state of this.
I'm not looking at you. You ruined this show for me. I just hope you know that. You ruined this whole entire experience for me. Coffee's almost done.
Yeah, good. The f***ing go home to my f***ing mansion. All this f***ing shit.
You hate me so, why did you even decide to be a cameraman? That's right, because you got fired from TV stations. No, you got fired. You can't even find a job.
Well, I've got one, don't I? You're doing this for
As a cameraman. As a cameraman, yeah. You didn't tell your audience that.
You're doing this for
You didn't retire. You got fired, Gordon.
Kitchen.
This is my kitchen. It's called rent. It's almost done. And then you can go home.
This song is just the worst song I've ever heard.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, get a shot of that. Get a shot of that. Get a shot of that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, yeah. Look at the coffee. The coffee, you dimwit. I'm done. I'm done.